Hi, mate, and welcome back to another Aussie adventure here on the Drunkers and Dumbasses YouTube channel. Today, I am your host and lion wrangling, snake schnaggling Dungeon Master West. Here, joined with me with my dear friends. The Animal Kingdom, of course, here joined by Liam the Lima, of course. I don't have an order, so hold on. You sent me the order. All right. So, of course, we were joined by.
You tried to
Guys,
think
help
of
me.
animals that
I
were
can't.
We
I
don't know
can't
the
think
order.
of
We can't help
any
you.
animals that start with N. Oh, the only thing I thought it was the
Narwhal?
Neanderthal.
I would have liked that. Should have done that.
I got Nate the Neanderthal. I got Owen the orangutan. I got V the Viper. I got James the Jaff.
Hello, cunts.
Oh, Jesus.
Demonetized.
And I got Liam the Lima.
Did you say I'm a fucking jam?
You know, you could have
At
used
least give me like a
Narwhal,
jackalope or
Newt,
something.
Nighthawk.
What about? I'm a Jolly Rancher, bro. You know, fucking jam. I'll jam.
I think this is the first of the DM derailing himself. We didn't even do anything this time.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't believe I derailed myself.
And only 2 minutes in,
All
let's
right.
go.
I believe it.
Before I continue talking, is there anyone who would like to do the recap for last session? Because my brain is frazzled.
My brain was also literally frazzled last session.
All right, so
I guess.
last session. Oh wait, hold on. Liam, you got something?
Yeah, I can do it.
Bet. Thank you.
I might not remember names, but I can do it. Last session, we finally made it to the outskirts of Lulara, from the lovely, supply cart that was being brought by the two lovely people. As we arrived, we found out that the main bridge into the city was out of commission, so they told us we could go through the maintenance area. That was a mistake. No. As we went into the maintenance area, we found that it was infested with feral merfolk. And as we were walking along, the bridge decided to collapse on us. So we tried as hard as we could to make it out of this tunnel as fast as possible, almost losing Tobin in the process, as when the bridge was about to collapse, he jumped and missed the ledge, falling below. These, luckily enough, had some rope on him that he immediately gave to Orgolan to pull him up as he threw down some oil and activated his fire breath to stop them from climbing upwards. After that, we finally made it up out of the maintenance with a very confused guard looking at us and made our way to the inn first. So I'm trying to remember the orders. Made our way to the inn, rested up, and after some strange meditation and uh, phantom earthquakes of like a heartbeat for Yonatan and Nice, we made our way to the scryer to find that Calduin is still alive and hidden on some island secluded in fog. And that is roughly where we end our last session. Sorry, that was all over the place.
Yeah, all good. And between then, Jonathan had many odd experiences every time he tried to use his magic, and anytime he tried to focus in on his
Deity?
nature magic, he kept being faced with this mysterious chill that he recognized as the Everdark lording over him, as part of his hair is partially dyed a deep void black, as he at one point tried to cast a spell and his pointer finger on his left hand severed to almost looking like a corpse, hiding that away from the group. He tried to cast again and lost balance in his leg as he tried to scry in for Calduin. I don't know, all that boiling down to Tobin and the rest of the group agreeing that Yonatan's imbalance is as much as an important endeavor as rescuing Calduin. So they agreed, after wrapping up their current plans of investigating the demigods, literally any information on the demigods, as their current leads, are investigating Silas and the Hatchco company, as well as Nees suggesting going to the butcher shop, which is a front for the Sons of Osiris. Excuse me, I apologize. As we catch up with our players leaving the Scryer's shop.
Also, small note.
Catch up.
Small note that I forgot. Nees is now more feminine in nature.
Yes. Well, Nees is I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the word. What is Nees again? I'm blanking on the word.
Class or thing?
Thing.
Gender fluid?
Shapeshifter?
Thank you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Yes, as Nees is technically gender fluid. She is currently representing she, her.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Nees has joined Jonathan in the Hall of Dragons.
Similar spirit, different thing. So, as we progress into our fateful six, gathered in the streets of Lulara outside this Scrolls and More, or whatever I called the fucking shop last session, you may proceed.
So, just remind me, Liam, if you remember, I know we talked about it last session. Are we going to go see the Hatchco place altogether, or are you going to break off now to go?
We decided that we were going to go see the Hatchco place, then I do the small infiltration.
So, I believe that guard, or the lady at the tavern, sorry, said to follow this road and we can find the Hatchco building. Shouldn't be hard to miss. It's supposed to be pretty big. So, you guys ready?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Might as well.
All right, we're gonna continue down the street.
Yeah, meandering your way down the street, looking at the different shops and different views, and this very similar feeling city to New Orleans City, yet so much more open. It's there's just so much more breeze coming through, and the fresh smell of the lake and the surrounding swamps just really fills the area with some life, as you see vines growing down on a couple of buildings, and quite a bit of greenery. As you guys meander your way down, you see a large building coming up on your right. You see in big bold red letters, you see Hatchco, written on the front as the building spans many stories above the skyline of Lulara. Among the other shops, this store goes many floors above. As you see, a couple of double doors fronting the head of this building, very fancy, crafted from carved from a beautiful, elegant bronze material, with glass windows and doors.
Are the doors open? Like, if there are these big doors, can we, like, is it open, seem like it's open to business? Like, we can just kind of walk in, or are there, like, guards out front that we got to talk to?
Yeah, as you watch this building, you see a couple of people start to make their way in, and as they walk towards these double doors, they wait a couple seconds as you see the doors begin to open by themselves as they walk in, and the doors close behind them.
All right, then. Yeah, let's head up. Head up the stairs towards the doors.
You make your way up the stairs towards the couple of double doors. You wait a couple seconds. You see two dwarvish folk carrying wearing very fine pressed linens and carrying briefcases, muttering to themselves in dwarvish as they wait for the doors to open. As you wait beside them, as they rush their way in, as you guys make your way in. Behind them, as you enter into this courtyard with a beautiful, almost similar fountain to the Hatchco location in Valebridge. I believe it was in Valebridge it was in Valebridge, up in Mira, where you guys went and visited the Hatchco offices. Very reminiscent of that fountain, circular fountain around. Instead, this a really beautiful sage green marble stone accented by this very opaque, almost onyx tile. As this green and green and dark gray interior, lined with you see a few of the large purple banners with the Hatchco symbol on them. In this main courtyard, as you guys approach a large circular desk with a young elf male sitting behind the desk as he's writing down on some parchment.
Yeah, I'll approach the clerk.
Hello, welcome to the Hatchco main offices. What can I help you with, you folks, today?
Hi,
He smiles with that customer service smile.
yeah, I'll kind of give him the same vibe back, to remembering times working the counter at my dad's store. Just like, hi, I know there are multiple offices, but we're hoping that Silas is in. Is he here and available?
Silas, you mean Mr. Vondes, the CEO?
Yes, of course.
Let me give his secretary a ring and I will see.
Thank you so much.
Is Mr. Vondes in his office? You guys hear the stone begin to like vibrate and glow dully as you hear some muttered speaking. All right, thank you. She puts the stone down and says, unfortunately, Mr. Vondes is in a meeting, but he is free right after the meeting. If you guys want to make your way up to level 6 and wait outside room 314.
All right, thank you very much. Are the stairs visible, or do I need to like ask him to point me to the stairs?
Oh, stairs, no, we have these fantastic lifts that will bring you up. You just key in your number up on the they see the little platform in there. Yeah, it's just right on in there. You just press 6 and you just find the room.
Wonderful, thank you. I'll kind of look back at everybody and give them a nod and start heading towards the elevators or lifts.
Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with as you guys walk off towards the elevators. Press 6 as the door closes as it makes its way up.
So, does this feel like actually mechanical in nature rather than magical?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It feels very mechanical in nature, but a lot of the mechanics in the Boundless Shores is powered through the arcane.
Kind of sort of like a mana or elixir rather than electricity, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Wes is gonna hate me. It's basically like the drummer from Skyrim. Sorry.
And that's where we're gonna go on break, as I'm gonna try not to kill myself. The what from Skyrim? Huh? I've never played Skyrim. Hate me in the comments if you
Treat
want to.
yourself.
The Dremir, or however you pronounce it, they're basically the dwarves of Skyrim. They don't exist anymore, but they are masters of mechanical engineering, and they also use stuff like soul gems and stuff to power their things.
Baller. All right, dope. Yeah, as this elevator makes its way up towards you, you pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors, and it stops on. As you see a little face plate with a large bold 6 on it, as the door opens itself up mechanically.
All right. What are we looking at as it opens up? Just like hallway or?
Just a hallway as it stretches down with rooms on either side with face plates on it, and then a hallways on either side.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll start heading down the hallway and just keeping an eye on the numbers.
Yeah, you look on the doors, you see 298, 299, 300 as you pass the corner, and 301, 3 all the way down. You follow to room 314 as you were instructed to wait outside room 314. I joked, but we are actually going to call a 5-minute break as I go pee.
Yeah, I got to pee too, so good.
All right. As you wait outside room 314, as you wait for Mr. Avondes, Silas, the CEO of Hatchco, you hear the shuffling of footsteps behind you.
I look behind me.
Yeah.
You see an older gentleman, probably about in his 50s. He's got really grainy, short facial hair and in a 5 o'clock shadow. His hair short and slicked back, and wearing a finely pressed dark linen suit. You could tell this guy is very important and or rich by how he dresses. He's got a nice tall top hat on as he approaches, and he's got a small pair of spectacles in his eyes, and he says, excuse me, folks. You wouldn't happen to be the normals?
Who's asking?
Dr. Vespin Alzadi, as he reaches out his hand.
I'll shake it and be like, that still doesn't tell me
Tobin,
much.
can you roll me a sense motive?
Sure. All right, first D20 we see. Ooh.
bro, we playing D&D right now.
May I
I'm
roll
having the
sense motive
time
so
of my
well?
life, boys.
Who else? May I roll sense motive as well?
Yeah, go for it.
12.
12 for knees.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my skills here. I got 27.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got a natural 18.
I think you're muted.
No,
Muted on the app.
oh yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry. I got a 27.
Holy shit. Yeah. Honestly, knees, this not being your area, you're used to a lot more criminals than politicians. Tobin, your intuition, you get a dark vibe off this guy. Like, he doesn't seem harmless. You just get that really, really weird feeling in your stomach. Like, this guy, there's something off about this guy. There's something weird.
So kind of like, obviously, he knows who we are, but like, I just sort of like get the feeling that I shouldn't divulge too much.
You
And he kind of like treads lightly around this
feel
guy.
very uneasy around this guy. He just feels very dark and very odd to you. Like,
It's
the
not like
same
as I
dark
shake
that
his
you would
hand,
feel about your mother.
right? And so in that sense, as I shake his hand,
Yeah, as you
do I
look
feel
into his,
anything like actually
you,
magical in nature?
nothing crazy, nothing magical,
Okay.
but you look in this guy's cold, calculating, dead eyes, and you just really get an uneasy feeling in your gut.
Okay, so I'll just kind of very firm handshake, like not like it seems like I'm trying to hurt him, but very firm, and just be like, and was it is it you might want with the normals?
I'm Mr. Vondis's accountant. I heard you may be in the building, and I thought I might come and introduce myself, as Mr. Vondis is in a meeting right now.
Well, if it's no problem, we'd rather deal with him directly after he's done with his meeting.
Of course, of course. I am his financial advisor, so I will be keeping an ear out. But of course, I will not be raising my voice in the meeting if that's a concern of yours.
Well, we aren't asking for anything financial, but his call, obviously. I'm not gonna shit on how he runs his business.
As you say that, you see room 314, the door swings open as you're face to face with the same slick, burgundy skinned, white hair pulled back into a bun, a nice, finely pressed white linen suit. As you see Silas Avondes step
Sorry,
out.
remind me, is he a tiefling?
He is a Valdunoid.
Oh, right, okay. I just wasn't sure.
So he is similar to descent to Calduin. Very, very similar vibes.
Sorry, I was just connecting dots, realizing like many sessions ago how I knew we knew it was probably connected to Hatchco, but I forgot he was Valdenoid, and the robbers that robbed the Emperor were also Valdenoids.
Might I remind you that I'm very good at my job?
Sorry, I just I don't know if originally I did connect those dots, but it's been a while since that happened.
I think
and I'm
you
just
may
like,
have,
oh.
but it's been a while.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll kind of wait. So just him came out, or like the other people kind of wander off and?
So you see him open the door as he says, "Ah, hold on.
Voice is important. Take your time.
Ah, the normals. It's a pleasure to see you all once again. Sorry, I'm just finishing up with the meeting. You all can just follow me. Sorry, send to the side as he kind of just like pushes Jonathan, just nonchalantly just pushes Jonathan into the wall. As you guys see two individuals walk out of the room, one wearing new Darian official linens, and the other wearing Vilbrigite official linens. Would anyone be able to roll me either a knowledge history or a knowledge nobility?
I could do both.
Yeah, we'll let Knees handle it. I don't have a lot of
That would be
knowledge.
a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You recognize these to be financial advisors from opposing opposing countries. Apologies. As you see them walk by with a stack of papers and a briefcase, as they, give a quiet goodbye to Silas as they walk out and down the hallway towards the elevator. Now, what do y'all need from me today?
Well, do we want to talk out here, or should we go into this meeting room?
Please, come into my office. Come on in.
So is he like holding the door open, or is he walking in first?
He walks in first. The door kind of stays open for a moment. As you see, there are no handles on this door.
Okay. I'm just kind of before we walk in, to kind of turn. They looked important. Does anybody know who that was? Who those were?
They're for financial advisors.
Tobin's gonna kind of. You can see gears turning in his head, but he's just gonna. Okay, and then I'll. All right, let's go.
Before you go, want me to tell him?
No, it probably looks suspicious if you left now, just coming for the meeting. So let's begin to head in.
So you all head in. You see a large table enough to fit all of you comfortably as you all sit, or as you all are given a seat, whether you take it or not. As you see Silas sitting behind his desk, you see a few knickknacks, a couple of papers, a few papers. You see as he sits down, he starts putting them into a file folder and puts them into his drawer. It's the bottom drawer on the left. He puts a few papers into the bottom drawer on the left as he closes it. As first in the room is Tobin. Give me a listen.
Okay. Nat 20.
Oh.
Nat 20. You hear a lock as he puts these papers away.
Okay. So did financial advisor come into the room with us?
Financial advisors exited into the hallway. It's just you, Six, and Silas.
Okay. I will sit. I'll sit the kind of chair most direct, like across from him, if the chairs are just kind of in front of the desk. And I'll be like, I'll just kind of sit. I'll be like, first of all, may I ask why your friend out in the hall who said he may be listening in would listen in on our meeting, but he didn't want to listen in on that meeting with financial advisors, as he said he's your financial advisor.
You meant Dr. Alzadi. Very good. He's a very close friend of mine. He's already given me his thoughts on the case that I was dealing with. And so I was dealing with a few final touches. But I don't think any of that would concern you, my friends. Just business, you know. Building a bridge, so to speak.
Tobin kind of
He
half
smirks.
chuckles at that. Anyways, well, if it does concern him, we aren't here on financial matters. We were.
What do you need me for? Because every time I run into you, you seem to have the most odd requests. What can I help you with this time?
Well,
please.
In light of trying to preserve our relationship, I'll just cut right to the chase and be honest, as you have helped us much in the past.
Please, I've been nothing but honest.
Exactly, and that's why I'll get right to it. We are looking for information on someone we believe you would at least have some information on. We're looking for information on Osiris.
Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a last name? Is he wasn't one of my employees?
Could I sense motive?
I'm just gonna stare him dead in the face, like, don't, like, kind of like, don't bullshit me look.
Roll me sense motive. I need you to roll me diplomacy, James.
Okay. Ooh, dude, this dice is hooking me up today. Hold on, let me see
I dropped my die.
what check is diplomacy here. So far
that
I've rolled an
is
18, a 20, and a 19. But let me actually
dirty
see
20
what I
for
have.
sense motive.
I got 24 for diplomacy.
Sense motive. This guy's full of shit. He knows exactly who you're talking about. Your diplomacy. What do you say?
I know that the point is I'm not saying anything. This is body language. I look at him
This
like,
is
cut
body
the
language
shit.
alone.
This is cut the shit.
You know, as he reaches forward towards a small case on his desk, it's a small mahogany dark wood case. As he flicks open the bronze lid, he reveals a small container of cigarettes. As he pulls a cigarette and closes the container, and as you notice he closes the container, you begin to look at his desk, and nothing catches you out of the ordinary except a small hourglass filled with red sand.
Does this resemble the sand in Calduin's sword?
It resembles exactly the same sand that Calduin emits.
What have you done?
No, that's...
You just see this small hourglass as he grabs a cigarette from this pack and lights it. You know, I knew a man named Osiris. I was young. I was down on my luck, and he offered me a job, you see. It was a small job, but I think talent recognizes talent. I knew this Osiris, and he built a company. But I also know Osiris as a being beyond our understanding, a being of chaos, a being of eternal, everlasting. So who do you want to know about?
Well, specifically, we were wondering if you would be able to put us in contact with Osiris. However, again, in the for the sake of honesty, I'm gonna kind of look at everybody and see if they're okay with me talking about, like, just kind of look around at everybody and see, like, because they know who I'm talking about. They know I'm about to talk about Cavalis. Like, could just kind of look around and look for like a nod or something. Like, is everybody okay with me saying this to him? Does anybody have any reservations? Kind of like Tobin's like, because you know who Tobin's about to mention. I kind of look back like, are you guys okay with me saying this sort of thing?
Nice just gives you that look of not everything.
Okay, yeah. We're looking for Osiris, but the end goal is to hopefully get some information on Cavalis.
Oh, Cavalis. That being, if I remember my lore enough, Cavalis being the demigod of deceit?
Do I still need
Right.
a roll sense motive for this, or is it just going to carry through?
Does he actually seem like foggy on it? Sort of, I guess is probably what he's asking.
He's full of shit.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of, or I'm just gonna be like, yeah, exactly, like kind of like sarcastic, like we can kind of tell that he's full of shit. 2 for 2. Get Osiris and Cavalis.
Well, what is Joshua your answer?
Tobin's gonna like try and keep a straight face, but like, if you want,
Roll
yeah,
me a bluff.
yeah, exactly.
Bluff at disadvantage.
Exactly. That's what I wanted. With my face, I'll roll the bluff. Okay, so that's, oh, this die is so good today. But yeah, I wanted it to be like kind of like he's trying to keep a straight face sort of thing. Sorry, bluff. That's charisma. That's a 14.
Your face immediately shines through your bluff
Good.
as your honest face comes out. As he kind of looks at Jacques and goes, is there more that I need to know?
That depends. Are you willing to help us?
If I wasn't, you shitheads would be dead already.
Like, big sigh, like, she's my mother.
Oh, my joke landed too close to home.
You see why I may be wanting to learn more about the demigods?
Well, I don't know much about him.
Him who? Like him Osiris or him Cavalis?
Osiris. I met him a few times. He gave me a few bad missions,
Like,
and then he kind of retired.
so
Me and Wrath have been running the show since Deadeye got hired, but
is there like a specific place you'd meet him, or do you know like where he retired, if he's still in like the Bound, or if he's still in Daria? I assume you, since this is your main office, you mostly operated out of here.
roll me a concentration check, James.
Okay.
Oh, you
Oh,
just gave
dude, this dice is hooking me up today.
me
Do
some
it.
valuable information right there.
Con? That's a dirty 20.
A voice fills your head. Silas says something, but you don't hear it.
Okay.
A voice fills your head as you feel yourself back somewhere that feels a long time ago, but was really only a few weeks. You find yourself back in the Blood Moon Inn, that weird inn where Calduin just felt super invested in the weird memory shit that you guys had after that experience. You find yourself back there. A thought fills your head. So we make it back here. I knew you were smart.
So wait, so sorry, this isn't like, this doesn't feel like a memory. This guy, like, he's talking to me, like in the Blood Moon Inn. Like, sorry, like,
Physically, no, but you
right,
hear the thoughts in your head as if he was speaking to you.
right. So it's kind of like memories, but with like this new voice coming at me. Like memories of being there, but with like the new voice coming at me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Continue.
So, you finally ask the right questions. You'll know where to find me, children of candlelight. Where we're gonna go on break. Catch you on the flip side. So, concluding with your vision as you see Mr. O smile at you in his bar, Tobin, he says, "Finally, now you're asking the right questions." As the vision fades, as you sit in Silas's office, as he says, "Well, I don't know too much, but I know Osiris is a chaotic being, and of course, well, this company is well up his alley. But I run the company. I don't run the illegal aspect of it. But I did know Osiris, yes."
So is that kind of the part that you said I missed when I had that vision? Like, was that just kind of like what you just said there? Like, that's kind of what he said.
You had the vision, and then he says this out
Okay,
loud.
so can I assume that based on that vision I had, he was kind of talking about where he kind of retired, even if it was just like, or
Yes.
okay,
You with what Osiris just said versus what your vision just told you, Mr. O is confirmed as Osiris, the demigod of deceit.
Right. Okay.
And
Well,
now Silas is just kind of being a dickwad with you, even though you were sent a vision
yeah.
confirming what you know.
All right. So, well, we thank you for your help. I'm not sure that there's much more that we need. Can any of you guys think of any other questions while we're here? Let's not waste our time with such an important man.
I mean, I've got nothing, but anyone else?
I look around the room at Yonatan, Beckett, and Mies.
I can't think of anything, you know.
Tobin, would it be best to ask him what he knows about the thing, the dark thing?
I'm just gonna. I think that's above his pay grade.
Okay. I'm gonna say that in a whisper, of course, because like.
Just roll me and move silently.
Yeah.
Never mind, don't bother. I rolled a 5.
Got his ears plugged.
Yeah, 25 for me.
So, I think that will be everything.
All right. Well, you could find your way out, and just before you leave, tell your friend Kay, the silent, send their greetings.
You say the silent?
The silent send their greetings.
Okay. Oh, right. And then I'll stand up from across from him and reach out my hand one more time.
He reaches out, shakes it nonchalantly, recoils his hand, and begins writing in a book as he, you know, if you guys linger too long, he just kind of flicks his hand out the door and he continues writing as you guys make your way out the door and down
No, well,
towards
as
the
we
elevator.
leave out the door, I'm just kind of gonna be like, it's always nice to know the right people and build bridges like this and shoot him a wink, and then walk out.
He smirks as the door closes behind you as you make your way towards the elevator.
So is Buddy out in the hall?
Buddy is not out in the hall.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just head to the elevator. As long as nothing's else happening beforehand, as we're in the elevator. Or you know what, I'll wait till we're like fully outside the building actually.
Yeah, you make your way outside the Hatco main office and you make your way towards the street.
And then as we're kind of just like headed back, I assume the direction towards the scryer and the inn, I'll just kind of, once we're kind of a good distance away from the building, I'll just be like, so I kind of zoned out for the one part, but it was because I had a vision. I don't know if what he said to you guys, but it appears to me as though that old fellow, the strange guy that we met in those ruins at the Blood Moon Inn, is Osiris, Mr. O.
No way.
So it appears our next spot would be Old Durham. After we Knees, do you want to, maybe we'll stay another night and then we'll stay at the inn, and if and you can go investigate the butcher a little bit. If you need any help, you can take some of us with you. If you want to do it yourself, we can just stay at the inn that night. So, what do you think?
Just a second, Wes. What exactly was I'm trying to remember the thing that I was looking for with the butcher. That was just trying to find a connection between Osiris and Hachiko, right?
I think you're muted.
So you know the butcher shop as a front for the Sons of Osiris? I would like you to make a knowledge local for me right now.
Alright, actually, I don't know why I'm opening up my thing. I already know it's plus 11, so. That would be a 28.
Yeah. You already know the password into this speakeasy like butcher shop and eatery. You know the password as almost a nonchalant order. You know to order a sandwich for however many people you are bringing into below the butcher shop, and you know the passcode being an order of the white spawn steak cutlets on a Lularan roll. And you know to order that for however many people you are going to bring in to the speakeasy below. And you know the speakeasy butcher shop to be the Crimson Cleacher. Don't worry about that. You know it to be the Crimson Cleaver Butcher Shop and Eatery. A seemingly harmless sandwich shop and butcher shop, but secretly holds a speakeasy for the Sons of Osiris. Is there any other information you would like to know, Mr. Knees?
So I'm not quite sure, because I know Master K had me at least looking into them a little bit, but we didn't
Yes.
really say why. We just used it as an excuse for information.
No. K also didn't say why. He just told you to keep tabs on them, which was very mysterious enough as an order.
Okay.
So I think his question is, what were those tabs that he kept? Like, what has he learned, like, fully so far? Or is that just kind of what you've said so far?
Basically what I've said so far, what you've already learned from the shady business that the Hatch has connected to the Sons of Osiris and how much power they do control over the Boundless Shores.
So yeah, it would be a good idea to still go, just to gather more information for Master K.
Can I cast scent?
In what use? Scent.
Yeah, basically I can detect approaching enemies, sniff out hidden foes, and track by sense of smell, and I can detect I can detect people basically hiding from 30-foot radius around me. I want to
As
see if
you
that doctor guy is there.
as you cast a spell, you feel your middle finger begin to weaken as you can't control it as tightly as you would. As you kind of look beneath and you see its skin beginning to rot to a dark purple, dark gray and brown dead skin, as you see the the deadness every time you cast spells begin to accelerate on your body. As you cast scent and you take the scent of a bloodhound and you begin to sniff around you. And you oddly feel your senses leave you. As your mind is not your own as you are sniffing this trail. You do not think, you cannot think. The animal is coming through more than the caster as you are using this bloodhound smell. You be using this bloodhound scent as you see, as the rest of you see Yonatan almost take an animalistic posture as he crawls along the floor smelling different things.
Sorry, I just remembered one other thing I want to ask. Do I know if they have like a special outfit or something?
No, they don't have a particular outfit or anything.
Okay.
As you're sniffing along, where do you head to next? Towards the bakery?
I don't know. I'm waiting till Nees answers me.
Yeah, we
If
haven't.
he wants people to go with him or if he's just going by himself.
We're not at the inn yet, correct? Or are we?
No, we're just kind of like between the scryer and the inn, I think, at this point.
No, it's dwindling towards the evening hours. And so you could spend some time alone investigating, or you could bring the group with you.
Now,
Or even just a few people if you don't want to bring all.
Or a
Yeah.
few people if you don't want to bring everyone.
that's what my thought was because, and I'm thinking as Knees here. Knees is somebody who likes to do things by themselves, but it also would be helpful having more people for information. But the normals are starting to become too well known, and having all of them there could ruin the operation. However, Beckett, yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm thinking this out loud while we're walking. Beckett, they don't know her face too well, so she could be useful for the operation. A drow might bring suspicions on certain things, but could be helpful. Jonathan right now is more of a liability, and Tobin, in your armor, you stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, the only thing is when we, like, I do agree with that, but I don't know what the typical patrons are at this butcher, but I do know when we were given our names, the normals, I didn't have this armor yet. And we haven't done anything super reputational since I've gotten the armor.
I think, yeah, I think if we changed, we'd be fine. I would need to change. I can't go in when I'm going in because even though I don't have
Yeah,
the
that's
mask, I'm still bloodstained. So
I mean, I can just not use. I'll just not use anything magical.
but
Like if I
how the
roll
thing is, I don't think druids are very frequent anymore. How have we seen any other druids in our travels that we can think of?
Not apparent.
Okay, so
As far as we know, we haven't encountered any other
anybody,
druids.
so
yeah,
you're
but
kind
you're
of
also like a highlighter. Your hair will like just change
yeah.
like brightly all the time.
So even if it's just Nees and Beckett, I'd be okay with that. But like,
I'm a
then we can
rogue.
just
You
go hang
can.
out at the inn.
I can. I have pretty good stealth. I can sneak
Yeah.
around pretty easily.
Becca and I is good. We could use our golem. It's just the risk of being discovered.
Yeah, if you want to go, just you and V, or you and Beckett. I trust your process, Nees, but just let us
I
know.
think
We
a
can just
golem
go.
would be a good idea to go to.
Yeah,
I'd
he's
rather
pretty
there was
sneaky.
3 than 2. I think
That's fair.
3 would be better than 2.
I don't know much
Alright.
about Orgolan's abilities, do I?
No.
You know he's a monk.
Yeah. Good, in case things get
So
hairy.
yeah, Orgolan, sell your case on why you should go. Because you feel like you have a responsibility to go for some reason.
I mean, if we need to do something sneaky, I can do quiet stuff, and I mean, I can. I don't know. Just
Question is, are you able
Yeah.
to deal with the crowd if things get hairy?
I mean, I could probably cast darkness to create a diversion.
That would be helpful.
So it's settled then. The 3 of you will go. Me and I wanted to say Calduin because I'm used to saying that.
Jonathan.
I know. Me, Jonathan, and Peter will head back to the inn and wait for you guys there. You can, if we aren't at the bar by the time you guys get back, if this mission goes into the night, we will meet you for breakfast in the morning, and then we'll head towards Old Durham on our way back to Blackmere. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Do I
like
have
a
the
good plan.
opportunity to change clothing, or at least
Yeah,
wait
no.
there?
I'm sure there'll be a shop or so. Do you have other clothes, or is there a shop that do you want to go see a shop? I'm sure there's some on this strip.
Honestly, like if you want to get changed for this mission, you all have rooms booked at the inn you are
Yeah,
all are
we told
staying
them to
at. You
leave it
can,
open indefinitely. So
yeah, you guys can go back to the inn, get ready, and move out.
yeah, that sounds good.
We could do that. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go to the inn. You guys can get prepared and then head out. It's starting to get dark hours anyways, and I assume it's kind of a
It's reaching
after
about
hours type thing
7:30
anyway.
as the sun begins to descend behind the horizon as the stars begin to faintly take their place beyond the 2 moons. As you guys make your way back towards the tavern. Don't ask me what it's called.
Something
Um,
about a pigeon.
Oh, the dawdling pigeon. Yes, I remember. And you guys head back to the dawdling pigeon and begin to ready yourselves for the night. Wes is calling another break. Returning to the dawdling pigeon, the 6 of you head through the double doors and into the main foyer, where a couple of tables dot around a small bar in the corner with no stools, where the waitresses would come out to you and take your order. You see your regular table in the corner is empty. If you would choose to go there, but as you guys still have the keys to your rooms, you may also just head up your way to your rooms if you so choose. So as you enter through the double doors of the dawdling pigeon, I leave it up to you.
I will head towards the table that we sat at last time. The or anybody who wants to go upstairs, like with Beckett, they want to go get changed, and Needs if he has anything to do. We're going to because I know they're going. I'll go sit down, and anybody else who isn't doing anything is welcome to come. Or anybody who doesn't have to do anything up in their room till the others are done.
Yeah, I'll definitely sit down with you for a drink, Tobin. I could use one.
I will head up to my room and see what I got for a change of clothes.
You don't got anything. You've been wearing pretty much the same style of clothing since you entered the Boundless Shores. You have a couple of the same pairs of the same tunic, and that's it.
I've probably got nothing, so I'm gonna turn around and go out and see if I can find
Yeah.
something somewhere.
So yeah, so we have
Same.
Jonathan and Tobin sitting down at the table, or Golan heading up to the room, Knees and Beckett.
I go. It doesn't take me long. I go into my room, and what seems like maybe a couple of seconds, I come back out as a tall human with light brown skin, short, brown hair with platinum eyes, wearing like your typical adventurer's outfit. Yeah, I make way back down to the table.
And Beckett.
Was there any shops we could see from like walking back to the inn?
There was a few. They were all closing up for the evening, mostly. A few were staying open, but you do have a few change of clothing, as you kind of came prepared
Okay.
with multiple sets of clothing, knowing that you would be on a long journey, not knowing that it would unfold into the fate of the realms.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have a couple of chains of clothing.
Okay. I will go get changed into something that isn't covered in blood.
So you begin to Beckett begins to head up the stairway and towards her room. And as she swings open the door into her, as she unlocks the door to her room and opens the door, you see the entire doorway is veiled in smoke.
Oh. Do I know if any of my group is like near me?
You are currently alone, as everyone headed up at their own times and into their own rooms.
Okay. Fun. Um. Can I
Not
see
even
any?
me for being for a couple of seconds.
No, you headed into your room and out of your room. You actually, by the time you left your room, Beckett was just making her way up the stairs.
Okay.
So you were already downstairs by the time Beckett opened the door. Beckett, you are alone with Bubonic on your shoulder.
Cool. Can I see any light coming from my room to indicate a fire?
There is just a veil of smoke. It's not as if it was in your room, as if it was veiling your room from you.
Careful, it's a Dark Souls boss.
I hate you. Dark Souls boss.
So live and let die. Sorry.
Okay, it's probably not going to help me, but I'm still going to cast Detect Magic because it's probably going to light up the entire room, but it's fine. I'll do that.
Oh yes, this veil of magic eluding the door is very magical.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at Bubonic and just go, I feel like we're fucked, but we're going to go in. And then I'll walk in.
As you walk through the veil of smoke, and sorry, can you give me a pause?
Yep.
As you pass through the veil of smoke looking at Bubonic, you see the image of bubonic shatter away into the mist as you pass through and look upon a circular white quartz temple, partially in ruin. The same white temple that you were in just a couple of nights ago, feeling an odd presence from the poison. The same odd temple that bled mysteriously, that made you flee from the temple towards New Orleans City. You stand within almost an identical temple to it. Yet beyond the reaches of the temple, you see it veiled in a similar smoke. As you see within this temple, you see a couple of tables dotted, lining the edge of this temple, filled with alchemical supplies and potion ingredients, and mortar and pestles and tincture equipment and anything alchemical. You see it as you step within the reaches of this temple. You look to your left and see a familiar face. You see the being as you know it as the poison. You see his tall, lanky features with his leather equipment with its buckles around his torso and his legs. You see buckles, and you see a leather jacket has gears and buckles attached to it, and above where you would see a head, you just see a ghastly figure of a gas mask made of smoke, where you would see a head. As he reaches out his lanky fingers wrapped in a glove with the same silver buckles as Beckett. I'm so glad we could meet at last.
Pleasure.
Pleasure is all mine. The potential I see. You fascinate me.
Sorry. Trying to think of which question I want to ask.
He cocks his smoky gas mask head towards you.
She's just like genuinely confused, but also like somewhat fascinated. She doesn't know what to do yet.
Have you used my concoction?
The potion?
The potion.
I have not used the potion yet. However, the sword has been very helpful.
My cane. It's saved me from a few troubles in my day. But please, the potion, it's such an experience. Please, take it one time. It's an experiment I'm wishing to hopefully grant upon you. You You see, I've put so much research into the blood magic. You see, I was supposed to be the greatest of the blood hunters. I've put so much research in, and you can help me. I see you. You have the potential, Beckett. I know you do.
So I'm the guinea pig?
No, you're the Messiah.
Okay, and what's the plan at the end here?
The plan is power, of course. It's always been.
Yeah, the last entity I followed had the same kind of mindset, but she also tried to murder me and all my friends, so I'm having a hard time with trust issues at the moment.
The Dark Child. A small rat. In the Everdark's plan, please do not mention her name before me. She is nothing. Please, a couple of rats took her out anyways. So what is she?
James. I'm just being cautious for myself.
Too cautious. Beckett, you're a scientist. You know you are. Blood is all but required. He cocks his head once more.
So what did you need me for today? Because I am in a bit of a hurry, not to lie.
Not to worry about your friend Sarah caught within an instant. You have all the time in the world. Look around you. All the equipment you desire, anything you need, any material, any vessel, any beaker, any bunker, anything you require. Look around you. What do you need, Beckett? I'm yours.
All of this? It's like she's kind of like excited, like, ah.
What do you want to make?
Well, anything really. Like I do want to try that potion.
Anything, please, Beckett. What do you want to make?
I want to try the things I know, but I want to try the things I don't know. I want to make something new, something useful for anyone and everyone.
Anything you want, it's here. Wish it, and it's here. Wish a potion, and you can make it.
I'm just gonna pull up the list real quick. I'm gonna walk up to the I guess the table with the stuff I recognize.
Mhm.
And it's something I haven't made. I'm gonna make a potion of invisibility.
Can you roll me your craft alchemy at advantage?
Okay. Nat 20 plus 17.
You create one greater invisibility potion.
Okay. Um.
As you spend what feels like to you a few hours brewing this potion, you feel the lingering thought of your friends as you're brewing this potion, as you finish brewing this potion. Excellent, Beckett. I knew you had talent.
Like you said, I am a scientist.
You and me both.
Do I have time to make one more before I am sent back?
Please be my guest.
I feel like now is a better time than ever to attempt to make that potion that you have made, or made the recipe for at least.
Are you attempting? Sorry, what?
I'm trying to
What are
find.
you attempting?
I'm trying to find that potion name you sent me, and I can't remember where it is.
The one from the poison?
Yeah.
No, you can't
Oh.
craft that one. You don't see the materials there.
Uh-huh. Then I will leave it at that.
Just so you know, the way I have it set up, a greater invisibility potion will last for 3d4 minutes.
Cool.
Because it'll increase it by 1 each time, each tier.
Right.
And so you craft the invisibility potion. You see the smoky gates behind you as it's poison. Yes, I knew you had potential.
Not to get excited about all of this stuff since I don't quite understand it as much as I did with the other entity who shall not be named. Do you just come at will, or do you just come when you feel like it?
I come and go as I please, but you, on the other hand, before you leave, as he grabs your forearm and digs into your forearm with his nails, before you leave, I do require some blood.
Fair
Nothing
enough.
harmful to you, something most delicious to me.
Sweet.
Just a bit. You're just gonna take 3 necrotic damage as you step into your room with bubonic on your shoulder in a just a cold feeling as you have this bottle of invisibility in your hand.
Can I look at the arm that he dug into just to make sure there's like no scarring or anything?
You see a little bit of scarring, but not too much. But you do see red lines starting to appear from where he pierced into your skin.
Is it like super obvious that like if
Not obvious
no? Okay.
yet.
Okay. And I'm just gonna ignore it and act like nothing happened. Get changed and head downstairs. I'll put the potion in my bag and take my bag with me.
All right.
Could I head down to greet them there?
Towards the stairs.
Yeah.
As Yonatan makes his way towards Beckett on the stairs.
Hey,
Hey, where you headed?
how's it going?
Not too bad.
So, I know I'm not on this mission, but I just wanted to say good luck and I just wanted to say good luck to all you guys. Give you one last handshake before you leave. If that's all right.
Well, it's not like we're dying or anything.
I know. Just want to give you a little extra luck.
Alright. Well, yeah, I'll shake his hand.
So do I know how my spell casting is going to go? Exactly.
What do you mean?
I want to cast Pass Without Trace on all of the party members going on this mission.
As far as you know, your spells have been working thus far with only repercussions to yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna Pass Without Trace. Can I cast it like on multiple people for one cast, or would I have to cast it 3 times?
I'm not quite sure. What does the spell say?
Yeah, does it say
It
anything
says
about how many
one
targets?
creature per level.
Oh, so then you're fine. You can cast all
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, so I am going to target Beckett, Knees, and Orgolan for the Pass Without Trace. And it has a duration of 1 hour per level, which in this case is 8.
All right. As you kind of shake Beckett's hand and kind of extend the energy off towards Orgolan and Knees. You don't feel any immediate change, but your right eye just kind of feels really tired.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Is anyone looking at Yonatan right now?
I'm staring at him.
Yeah, Beckett probably would be. That's
I'm looking
right
right
after shakes the hand.
As he shakes your hand, you see his eye his eye and the skin around his eye begin to gray and droop.
Oh, so like to me, it probably looks like he's having a stroke or something. Like,
No, like his eye looks like it's a corpse around his live body.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him panicked and just go, "Hey, you good? Like, what's going on? Like, what the hell?"
I'll be fine, but I probably can't spellcast after this for a
As
long while.
you immediately in the eye that feels droopy and dead, you immediately begin to go blurry, and that eye, Jonathan.
Oh shit.
What did you do? Why, like, your eye, like the skin around your eye is dying. That's an issue.
I mean, he just casted the spell. You'd probably feel that he casted a spell on you.
Am I aware that he casted the spell, or are we unaware that he did that?
I'm sure you would be aware that he's casting this spell on you.
Okay. If you knew it was gonna do that, why would you cast it? You're just purposely hurting yourself.
No. Nothing. Well, for a good reason.
Wait,
I want you guys to be successful on this mission. We can't have anything going wrong now.
I think we would have been fine. You didn't need to hurt yourself for it.
Hey, if I give my life to the cause, then I have no regrets.
Just take care of it.
As he utters those words, you see his hair is kind of a somber blue with the tips of void black. As he utters those words, you watch a flourish of lime green just dance through his hair until it remains back until still as that somber blue and void black, but just for a moment you see that shimmer of this lime green.
Okay, just do me a favor, take care of it, and let me know when it gets worse. Okay.
Okay, I mean, as long as I don't spellcast anymore, I should be fine until I find balance with the nature sages, of course.
Yeah, just a note. I know you weren't here last week, V, but we decided after seeing him kind of like spellcast and get even worse that as much as Caldwin's in danger, so is we saw that he's at least alive, and since Jonathan's in like very immediate danger, after we do this, we're gonna go see the nature sages,
Right.
hopefully get him okay, and then go get Caldwin.
Right.
I just wanted to remind you that for the sake of the role playing here.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to send Jonathan to his room because his skin is dying.
I'll try to get some rest.
Doctor orders bed rest.
Yeah, doctor orders bed rest. Don't do anything stupid, please. And we will get this fixed and solved as soon as possible when we're done with this mission right now.
Absolutely.
So, the Orgolan, Beckett, and Knees heading out on a mission. It's around 5 o'clock in the evening. I guess 5 o'clock is evening. As you guys head down, Knees, can you just roll me a quick knowledge locale, if you will?
14.
14, yeah. You need to remember where you're going in a bit, but you see a street that you recognize, and you lead your small party down towards a very innocent looking butcher shop and eatery. You see the Crimson Let me try that again. The Crimson Cleaver Butcher Shop and Eatery. As you guys enter through the door, you see a large desk along the back and a 4 tables dotted near the windows out front. As you see, in some a long array of deli meat and some with some frozen meats beyond that. Behind the counter, you see this large, burly, human looking. He doesn't look human, but that's the best way you can describe him. He's got a big burly mustache and just very squinty eyes as he walks. Oh, hello! Welcome to the Crimson Cleaver. Would you like meat or sandwich?
Sandwich. 3.
What kind of sandwich would you like?
I forgot what you told me for that answer.
It's the
White
white spawn.
steak cutlet?
Steak
Hold
cutlet.
on. White spawn steak cutlet on the Lularan bread.
On the Lauren bread. That's what I
Lularan rolls.
Roll, yeah.
meant. Rolls. 3 white spawn steak cutlets on the Lauren rolls.
Of course, come back to the kitchen with me, and you can choose your cut. As he waves you through, as he opens the little hatch into the back, as he leads you into a kitchen area with, you see 7 or 8 people in there, completely identical to this butcher. Just come follow me. He leads you through as you pass by a couple of carbon copies of hello, greetings to you as you pass by. As you knees roll me a perception spot,
Spot.
if you will.
Okay. B-A... That is a 16.
A 16. You look in his eyes, and like the seemingly squinty, vacant eyes, you look and see he has no pupils, no irises, nothing. It's just a vacant sheet, like dark gray. And that same goes for every single carbon copy of him. He goes, follow me, come choose your cut. As he begins to open one of 3 freezer doors. He opens the leftmost one. He goes, come, enter inside, choose your cut.
Go inside.
I follow in right after him.
And I'll take up the rear.
The butcher enters in and closes the door behind you. This is alright. Now, hold yourself steady as he pulls a large lever, and as you feel the entire freezer begin to rattle down like another elevator. As it gets rattled down further and further, and you guys begin to hear the faint sound of wildlife squawking and crying and growling. As that sound begins to get louder and louder and louder and louder as the elevator as the butcher opens the door as you guys hear the growling. Very like full front now as you guys see this entire hallway is filled with cages, large and small, filled with different animals, some gripping the bars and growling at you, some whimpering cries of help, others are, you know, just sitting and growling at you. And as he leads you down towards a door, towards the end of the hallway. As he says, "All right, enjoy your time." As he opens the door up, as you mix with the sounds of wildlife behind you, guys hear the sound of bustling humanoid crowds. These guys step through the door as you see this large circular chamber. The centerpiece being a large circular chain cage at the center with bars around it, and beyond that you can see smaller cells, like smaller cages where you can see people dueling beyond that, and with pedestrians walking along with drinks and watching these cages and cheering along to it. You see the center cage is empty. As you guys enter through the store, you see above you, you see a large cutout where you see a large bar area, where you see a bunch of table and people sitting, and this area filled with all types of people. You see shady, assassin types you would expect here, but you see some wearing Darian uniforms. You see some just wearing business uniforms as if they work a normal job and are visiting down here. As you guys see this underground fight club in front of you, how do you react?
I look around. Owen is just acting like I've been here before. Just walk over to the bar and take a seat.
You head up a little bit of a spiral staircase and towards the bar, and you take a seat. You see a young sage green tiefling come towards your table. And a drink for any of you.
What you got?
Anything you want, baby.
Give me the hard stuff.
A surprise, or you got something in mind?
Surprise me.
You're in luck. Anything for the rest of y'all?
Just a coffee for now.
Double and seven.
Stoic, are we? Anything in the coffee? Or are we trying to maintain focus? Are you a fighter?
Surprise me.
Don't tempt me, darling. And for you, lovely.
I'll take the first surprise as well.
And you are a fun table. I shall return. She teeters out towards the bar. You are all left alone for a couple of moments. Anything to discuss?
Alright. I don't know why Kay sent me here, but keep an eye out for anything. And eyes and ears. Don't know why I swapped up my voice there, but whatever. That's what I'm going with now, since I'm in this female humanoid form. Okay. I am also going to listen to see if there's any like important conversations that I need to know about that Kay would be looking for.
Roll me a listen check.
15.
All right. A couple of moments pass as the sage green tiefling returns with 3 shots and a coffee. One shot being this very glimmery red, orange, and yellow drink. It almost looks like lava mixed with glitter. The other 2 is almost a glowing green liquid that just kind of simmers at the top, almost like it would be boiling. As she returns with good luck.
I grab the drink, look at her, raise it up, and just down it.
Which drink?
The first one you mentioned.
The green or the fire?
The fire one.
All right.
Who's playing Pac-Man?
Right?
Fucking Instagram. God.
Sounded like Pac-Man.
You catapult the fiery drink back. Can I get a fortitude check from you?
I was waiting for that.
While he's doing this, can I roll a spot check to see if I recognize anyone?
That would be a
Go ahead.
24 for fortitude.
Nat 20!
Dice cam,
No,
motherfucker!
you did not.
Dice cam! I don't believe you.
Is this his first roll? No, I heard it. That was one roll. He didn't touch.
No, that was run roll. You're good.
I did
believe
not
you.
touch
You're
it.
good. You're good. I believe you.
It's
Ooh,
next to the
is that like a
McLaren that I
watermelon
You
color?
absolutely
Like little
fuck horseshoes in
green
your
and red.
You, oh my god. You know what, Owen? As you watch knees down this drink, as you look beyond around you, you don't recognize anybody around you, but beyond, above the main circular cage pit, that you now look at it above overhead, and you see this caged circular pit is over the dark lake below Lulara, which you now know is infested with feral merfolk. You see on one of the banners along this circular main pit, you see a familiar name. Sevel Vregos.
Fuck! I knew it.
As you sit there and you just see the banner.
Fuck. Okay. What does it mean? Does it mean champion? Does it mean fallen? Does it mean what does it mean?
As you guys sit at the bar, and before I tell you what the fuck is going on, can you tell me what your fortitude is?
It was a 24.
Oh, easy peasy. Okay. So, on that 24, we're gonna shift perspectives as Yonatan and Tobin sit quietly in the dawdling pigeon. You guys slowly sipping on your ales, running out of things to discuss between each other, just sipping in silence. You feel, you hear the shuffling of footsteps towards you.
I'll look over my shoulder. Anybody? What do you say?
Sorry. Sullivan Rafi. Fantastic to meet you two at last.
Sorry, remind me, did he introduce himself to... I don't want to...
He introduced himself to Calduin,
Okay,
but
sorry,
you
that's what
do
I...
not know him.
Did we not... Oh, this isn't in the vision we saw that he introduced himself? Okay,
No.
okay.
You just saw Calduin sitting in the cell.
Oh, but wasn't he...
He was about to
not
shake
with
someone's
the,
hand.
Was he not with the dude?
He was shaking someone's hand. You know what? Yes. Thank you for calling that out. So you recall back to that vision of Calduin reaching to shake someone's hand as you look up this man as he introduces himself as Solomon Ravi. You recognize this as the same man as he extends his hand out towards you.
I'll shake it. What can
It
we
seems
do?
we have a mutual friend.
It seems we do. I'll kind of gesture at the another seat at the table.
He sits and kind of waves towards the bartender as she walks over. Whiskey, please. She runs off and fetches some whiskey as he sips on it. Well, I seem to have not needed my introductions. You might already know why I'm here.
We're well aware. What is it you're doing with him?
He is with a mutual friend of, well, Calduin and mine, and he will serve a greater purpose. I wish I could tell you more. I don't.
If you can't tell us more, why are you here? What do you want?
You guys are like me. You guys are against the grain. You guys have rewritten the scrolls of time, and so I thought it would be interesting to reach out.
Rewritten them, eh?
Don't you know what the scrolls of time are?
Well, we know of them. I didn't know we could rewrite them.
The scrolls of time are every, any, and any possibility, any future, any present, any past. But
Any past?
if need be, but that's only been the rare occurrence.
Okay.
But when rare folk like you and I are born, we tend to change the course of destiny, of course.
All right. I understand your interest in us, but what brings you all the
Here's
way? All the way from where was it you were?
here and there.
Right, of
Here's
course.
something more I know about you, Tobin Raymond. Your dreams. Did you know there are 7 challenges that the snake demon bestows upon those he thinks are worthy? You and your friends didn't make it past round 2. I am the only living mortal, well, formerly living mortal, to have passed all 7 challenges single-handedly.
Good for you.
If you wanted to try anything funny, I know who you are, and I know what you are, Jonathan Helgeth.
An
I
animagus with
see,
family issues?
I see he's already reaching you, as he's reaching all of the realms. What you are trying to do is noble, and I applaud you, but you will need help.
Well, yeah,
Are you
that's kind of what my friends are for.
are you offering help?
I'm offering advice.
And what might that be?
Do something dangerous. Rewrite the scrolls again. Keep them on their toes.
What, like dead droopy eye levels of dangerous, or what?
That is a repercussion of your own lack of faith.
Are my lack of
Someday the flower will find starlight. But for now, do something dangerous. Keep them thinking.
All right, I gotcha.
They'll be forced to give you answers.
You So it seems your only ally is your own self-ambition. Would that be an accurate assumption?
My allies are far beyond your comprehension. That would be the accurate.
Well, it just seems. Sips his beer. Asking us to
Opens
do
his beer.
asks us to do something dangerous. Although obviously you're able to meet with Caldwin, you're not necessarily fond of keeping him in the place where he is.
Tobin, I would like you to shake my hand once more. He reaches out his hand.
I'll shake it again.
Your hand faces right through his.
So perhaps he's not even aware you were there. You want more of
That's
him
right.
than to be kept in shackles.
I have no care whether your friend is in shackles or beside you. There
But-
are greater demons bidding for his soul.
Right, but I know you've interacted with him. I feel as though you'd rather him do something for you, and as much as we may not end up agreeing with that, I doubt he can do said thing in shackles.
My goals and the goals of my conspirators are aligned yet different.
Yet you want us to do
You,
something dangerous.
I want you to force the gods to play their hands. Too long has they been defending their realms. They have the power. Why aren't they using it? Why are these children of candlelight? The coin flick of the entire realm.
That seems like a stupid question when you yourselves reference the scrolls of time.
I have no control of the scrolls of time.
I'm not saying you do, I'm just saying nobody does. So if they aren't able to interfere, how can you expect them to?
Because I know they will. Dare them to, they will. A group have done it once. You've met one of their folk. There've been one other group alike yours to change the scrolls of time.
Just sorry, was that vision we had at the beginning of the campaign, was that to our party or was that just for our players like going into it?
That was so the vision at the beginning was a dream that everybody in the party shared.
Okay.
So even if you don't know who the characters were, you saw those people on the volcano.
But then were we not reminded when we saw their statues?
You were reminded who they were as you saw their statues. As Kay said, they were his friends in the graveyard near the Vampire Manor.
Mm-hmm.
Did somebody change the scrolls of time to
Yes.
rebuild the continent?
Unison, think about it. That's exactly right. He's speaking of somebody can change the scroll times and make the gods interact. What's the biggest moment you can think of where a god interacted with the planes?
Paylor's tear.
Exactly.
Now you're thinking. You don't need to think that big. Just make them play their cards, and they will give you the answers you need. They fucking love to be elusive.
Like
I would know.
like my gambler grandpappy used to say, especially at the blackjack tables. If they got 20, you just gotta get 21.
Why are you here?
for fun.
That's just like somebody of your stature. You claim to not like what the gods are doing or anything like that, and you want it to be changed up, but you sit here and toy with us much like they do.
Sir Riamond, they call me the Accursed. I may do what I please.
That doesn't change my point.
Enjoy your night, fellas. As he exhales, you see his body start to turn see-through and disappear entirely.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Tobin hits the table and pounds back the rest of the whiskey he ordered. I just kind of look at Yonatan. I'm sick of beings that think they're higher than us toying with us. Especially somebody like that who thinks he's so above the gods, but is playing the exact same sort of game.
Yes, that is. It gets very tiresome indeed, but there's nothing we can do about it for right now, at least. We're just gonna have to get to the other side of the board and promote ourselves from pawns to something greater.
I like that. Why be the pawn when we can be the goddamn queen?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Kind of like giving my hand, not in like a regular handshake, but in like the camaraderie, like, like. Yeah, exactly.
And with that, we fade back to our friends within the Crimson Cleaver. With Orgolan noticing his sister's name on a banner. Knees, the shot tastes like spicy cinnamon. It tasted really good to you. You could see how some people might not enjoy it, but you really enjoyed it. As there are 2 green shots left on the table.
Cool, we'll take one.
I guess I'll take the last one.
Roll me a fortitudes, both of you.
Okay. 18.
17.
Fair enough. This shot is the most sour thing you've ever tasted in your life, but you power through it and you suffer no repercussions. But you guys are very drunk from this one shot. All of you are, as you may have overcome the negative effects. You guys are very drunk.
What was that made for? From 100% alcohol? Jesus.
Can't hold your liquor?
I can't, but that was one shot. Jeez.
Orgolan, on your left, you see a dwarf and a half-orc start to make their way towards you. Hey, you look tough. The Orgolan, the Orgolan, Jesus, the half,
Orgolan?
Jesus, the half-orc says, Oh, you look tough. You a fighter or what?
I mean, I'm whatever you want me to be. Nah.
Big
Well, that's
fat
what
A.
type of drunk Gorgolin is.
Hey, yo.
Oh, yo, we're playing that game now.
What I am doesn't concern you.
Do you know where you are? You want to make a cup of gold or? Come on. You look like you could tear a couple faces. Come on. Couple of cage matches.
I mean,
I'm assuming we're sitting across from each other.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I kick him in the shin and give him that look of do it.
Mhm.
well, so are you going in? Or what?
Oh no, we're scabbers, you see. We pick people out in the crowd that we think can do well, and we bid on them, and if they do well, look, man, if you do well, you can face the champ. You see the name down there?
Yeah, I might have a problem with that.
She's the fucking best, man. You think you could take down the best? You got the confidence, Drow?
I mean, I thought I was gonna take you on, which that would have been a fun one. But
No. We bid the money. You take home the cash. And if you make the big bucks, and if you even place second in the cage match, whew, you're taking home the platinum, baby. The platinum. You see the dwarf leaning in as he rubs his fingers together. He's the platinum.
1 platinum's 10 gold.
I know.
Unless they're talking about placement. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the cash.
I mean, so how many fights are we talking?
Well, if you're lucky, 5. If you're unlucky, up to 10.
But is that all in one night? Oh, sorry.
How long are these fights gonna take?
First one down. So how long can you knock someone out? You look fast.
I mean,
You looking to make a quick buck or what? Depends on how fast you can punch, motherfucker.
I look at Gorgolin as like, I didn't realize I hired a wuss.
Yeah, it's a quick little.
As the half-orc leans in and goes, oh, did he hire a wuss?
I'm like sitting there trying not to piss myself laughing because I just find this funny as hell. But
I kick knees back in the knee and then stand up. Show me the entrance.
Give me a name, boss.
Siren.
Fuzz!
Sorry, who's got the siren? Just curiosity. Oh, okay.
The name's Orgolan. Orgolan Rehement.
I immediately try, like, I'm very disappointed, but I try to hide my disappointment of giving away a real name on a stakeout.
Well, would you know Orgolan's last name?
Well, he used Orgolan anyways, so first name, last name, it didn't matter.
Yeah, but that's the point. Like, he didn't want to use Vragos because Vragos is already on one of the banners.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I
So
know
he
that
did
information
okay.
yet.
No, you don't.
Because that's just what he's thinking. Because
I
you
thought
probably know our
I thought
names
it'd be
from
cool
today.
if you went in with your legal title.
Yeah, that probably would be cool.
Yeah, no.
But if that's what you think, like, if that's what Orgolan's thinking is the smartest, you can do it.
All right.
Tobin gets chilled down his spine, like, huh?
Yeah, as or Golden Riemann, as you see the dwarf reach in for a handshake. We're gonna end the session there tonight.
But you know what? He's doing it for good luck because I've beaten him in arm wrestling. Or no, I don't think I actually beat
No,
you.
you
We
didn't.
both
No,
we
you
both
didn't.
no, sorry, yeah, we both fought guys in arm wrestling. We both did very good, but then I beat you in the combat, which you guys will see.
Barely.
No, I was all right. Which I beat him in combat, which you'll see in the next like kind of canon episode. Was it
Or the episode that would
35.5?
have.
Yeah.
35.5.
It hasn't gone up yet because of some issues I had, which
Blame it on James.
I will talk about after we're out. Which, because Liam, I gotta
Yeah.
say something to you after we're out.
Yeah, no.
So say your outro.
And inspiration points, I guess, would be the next motive. We're gonna start with Liam out here.
No. To be honest, I feel like there wasn't really much to do for an inspiration, but in terms for who gets it, I'd say James. He kind of carried
I
the
don't think
session.
anybody will get an inspiration point, but I just want to give people shout outs. So who would get the inspiration point?
James, he kind of carried the session today.
Thank you.
James, you're up next.
Yeah. Good question. I think I will say Nate, as much as he didn't talk like the whole most of the session, whenever he did, I feel like he gave like a good kind of like extra voice to things, even just with that last encounter with Solomon and things before like that, you know what I mean? Like just like with all our encounters, he always had like a good voice to add, plus his own stuff with like the spell casting and having to deal with that. I think he did a pretty good job.
Nate, you're up next.
Okay. I am gonna go with V. They have been away for a while and just came back into it for the first session in quite a while and did some really great role play with the whole group. Amazing stuff for what I would imagine is being pretty rusty. So they're gonna get the inspiration point from me.
Am I the last one?
And V.
No, but it's your turn.
Okay. Since nobody's getting inspiration, I'm gonna give it to our Golan or Owen because that last interaction was super fucking cool. I love it. So, yeah.
You're just playing way too hooky on it, bro. You just gotta go ball to the wall, man.
It was still a good interaction, but you could have.
It was a great interaction. It was really fun.
So,
All right.
And it's up to you, brother.
I'll give it to James since he might need a back massage after carrying this episode
I like that. Thank you.
for like for the first like 2 hours at least.
All right. Well, James would get to the inspiration point, but since y'all didn't do much rolling today because you guys just kind of did the right thing.
Just
I don't know what else to say. You guys just asked the
let
right
me keep
questions
carrying
and got the
over-
answers.
Just let me keep carrying over my inspo I've had since like 33.5 because I haven't had a chance to use it. If that's
Yeah,
okay.
you're good. That's yours.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
We'll say that then.
And with that, catch us in the next episode as Orgolan fights to maybe take on his sister as the group continues to unravel the Calduin mystery and then plan to make their way southward towards the Fey Forest to find the nature sages to help Calduin with his imbalances that continues to affect him
Jonathan.
further and further.
Did you say Calduin or Jonathan?
Jonathan, not Calvin.
Did I
he
say
said
Jonathan?
Caldoin, but
Yep.
he meant Jonathan.
I meant Jonathan. I apologize. For Calduin to for Jonathan to find the nature sages to help his imbalance.
I'm waiting for
It's
you
been a
and
long day for me.
chuck something at your heads or something.
It's been a long day.
Come
It's
hang
been a
out
long night. Thank you all very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. We've been drunk, we've been dumb.
Yeah, we have.
Peace out.
Bye. Have a great time.
Peace.